Hello, did you see this product here? I had something recently happen to my phone where um, the charger part. Let me explain this. Um, my when I go to charge my phone, there's a chip that broke off inside, so I had to get me a wireless charger. So, so those of you, if you ever have this problem with your phone, where you can't um, you and you can't afford a new phone right away or get a phone, this is a quick lookup. And this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like in person. But yeah, this you put this. Um, Let me show you. So when I go to try to put this in here, it won't it won't lodge right away. So you have to get one of these things and to plug into the wall for it to work. I tried this in my I tried to use it with my cigarette lighter, but until I get another phone, I can't. I have to do it here and make sure it's charged up for right now. But yeah. So this is what it looked like. Um, and you just lay it on like this, and it's just like the box. Hold on 1 minute. But yeah, it looks like this. This is the wire. Yeah, let me see. It kind of looks like this. So you take this part and you have this thing, and you take this and you put this right here like that, and then you know, of course, you plug it into the wall. You just take the back of your phone, and let me see if I can do it here. See, show you what it look like. So, oh shit, it looks like this. It's kind of, it's like it's beeping, and then it's kind of like beeping like this. Then you take your phone and just set it like this, and center it somehow like this, and then it's showing that it's establishing some connection. Uh, Again, the one I got is for I have an Android phone, cause yeah, because it's like a name brand. I went to Cricket to get this phone about a couple years ago. So um, I guess I'm gonna have to get a new phone anyway, like a Galaxy. So I'm working on that, get my Galaxy phone, because it has more upgrade. And yeah, boy, it was a pain in the butt, because once you get low, I lost my phone yesterday, and I thought I left it at the restaurant. So luckily, and I was around. You know how you looking for your phone, you going back and forth, running around. Found out I put my cell phone in a plastic bag, which with my laundry detergent actually put up on me, because I had my neighbor call my phone and things like that. But so finally I was able to find my phone. Then this thing happened where I can't charge my phone, so I had to go out this morning and get this, and yeah, Apple and Android. So if you got an Apple and Android device, this if you got an Apple Android phone, it'll cost this thing cost me $16. I had another one that, because I didn't really read the box, and when you go like to Walmart, I learned a very big lesson. This, when you go to Walmart, make sure before you pay it, make sure you thoroughly read the box. Read and make sure and go down the line, because I'm thinking, it's like any other charger, but there's a separate charger, like iPhone, iPhone. Then you have the Galaxy phones. You got your Android phones. You got these other phones out there. It's like about 10 models, like 7, 8, 9 models. That is one, and the one that I purchased was $45, and I knew something wasn't right, and so I had to take it back because I didn't see. I have a name brand cheap version of Cricket phone, not one of those name brand. You don't have like mobile phones, anything. So I had to go and get this one, and come out to find out that this one is a lot more better if you have an Apple or Android phone. So until I get my Galaxy phone, I'm gonna have to use this. And it's like with these Cricket phones, something's always going. Like the picture quality, I couldn't. Like for example, I don't know if I can do this or not. So I couldn't. I couldn't take a picture, and I could hardly barely take a picture with like I can take it this way, but when I do a selfie, it looks like this. When I do a selfie, it looks like that. But if I turn around, I can see the camera. But when I go to take a selfie, it's crazy. So I'm gonna have to get a new phone anyway. I was trying to hold on to the phone because some of these phones are getting expensive, and then of course I don't want to really get it like an Obama phone. I mean they can do so much. Those Obama phones, but some of these cell phones can run some big money, and so you have to be prepared to spend some money. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, this 10 watt. It has overload protection. I didn't get the. They said for the warranty, it's an extra $5, whatever. I probably should have got it, but I'm gonna probably be upgrading to another charger here pretty soon, because I'm going probably the next month I'm gonna get my other phone, get the Galaxy phone, and I'm gonna have that problem with the selfies, and then sometimes when how when you pull information up on the phone and you hold it for a long time, my it's like my software is kind of wearing down. Like if I pull up an article on my phone, it seemed like it would hold it for a certain while. Then it kick me off. Then I have to kick back on. So I think what it is, I gotta keep refreshing and cleaning out the storage and making more room, because I got a lot of programs on here. Because pretty much I don't really have a phone that I have through my cable company, which is Spectrum, because they charge you a little bit extra for having your internet service. Plus, they want you to do the cell phone when they do. Then you have a home phone, so you paying the cell phone, internet service, and that stuff can run you over up to past $100 something every month. Then it's like they tack it on, tack it on, tack it on. It's like next thing you know, you probably end up paying almost two or $300 just for Wi-Fi, phone, and that's not even including cable. And just basic service like that, and don't get those voice, because they charge you for that on your phone bill. It's just that they make it a racket. So I just want to promote. Those of you who, because when that happens, when you can't put your plug up in there, that sucks. And it seems like it's taking longer since it looks like this. So that's what it looks like. I guess it's on the charge. Because before it was just like this. It's not charging. It's just plain red. Put the phone on. And just leave it. Then it starts charging. But yeah, that's what it looked like. So that's my version. I had to get a couple electronics. So it's for Android. Any Android device you have, Apple and Android, this would be it. In fact, I wonder if it would probably work on my little pad here that I kind of pull up. So anyway, that's the brand. So I've been popping up with some new stuff. I haven't hooked up this yet. I'm gonna try to see if this works yet. I haven't really got around to it. But today, I wanted to point something out. So, in these last couple videos, I've been having a hell of a time, and I enjoy the content of some of these commentators. So I'm going to show you this recent one, Please Act Right video. And this woman really was going on a ham about these men. And now that this one woman, she getting kickback from men. And I knew this was going to start happening. I knew these women, they throw these insults out there at men, these men that's traveling, saying these disparaging accusations. And
I do get asked
what's
for
this?
dates, but I'm never interested in those dates. And the guys whom I'm interested in, they are never interested in me.
Ah, yes. The average woman wanting an above average man who doesn't want her because she's average, while looking at men who are average just like her as being below average. Now, when I look in the mirror, I see an average man who qualifies for an average woman. But what the hell do these average women see when they look in the mirror?
Not into doing 50-50 with anybody. If that's the case, I can be by myself. So I'm not doing 50-50. If you can't do that, then keep it moving. And I have a daughter, so we come together.
So hear her message. The man that comes into her life has to pay for her and her daughter that she made by somebody else. And she's not going 50-50.
If you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kid, then we don't have anything to talk about.
I'm sorry. Is she the last woman on earth? Because apparently she thinks she is. I'll take we have nothing else to talk about for $200, Alex.
Okay, a lot of men are going to tell you, what do you bring? Since
Right.
you bring your daughter, what are you going to add to the relationship?
I'm adding myself. So that's all I have for you. I don't bring anything to. I don't have anything to bring to a table.
Now, before we started making videos like this, I gave some of these women a pass because they just didn't know any better. But at this point, they just insist on making a complete fool of themselves publicly. I want to see the guy, or should I say the simp, that's going to take on this liability of her and her daughter, all the while she's saying all she's bringing is herself to the table.
Okay, I am the table, and most of these men don't even have a table. All they have is bar stools. So let's be for real.
You see the nerve of some of these chicks? She just sat there and said that she brings nothing but herself and a child as a liability. Then has the nerve to try to clown men that don't have that much money. Can you say freeloader, leech?
What I'm realizing is that women, especially black women, are a special kind of stupid.
Show me a woman that'll flat out tell the world that she doesn't bring anything to the table but
Special
herself and
kind of
another mouth to
stupid.
feed. And I'll show you a woman that'll say this if you agree to take care of her and that other mouth to feed.
I'm supposed to be beautiful for my man. I'm not supposed to be the slave.
I'm supposed to be beautiful while you take care of me, and I should be allowed to sit around and do absolutely nothing.
You know, there's a beautiful girl that was on Valuetainment Money with us yesterday, and she was conflating cooking and cleaning with slavery as a wife. And I was just like, baby, you are gorgeous, but you are dumb.
Do you feel like you're fighting a losing battle against the dreaded holiday weight? If so, you're not alone.
Wow.
A recent survey revealed 52% of U.S. adults say they're trying to lose weight this new year. One of the best ways to help fight the battle against the
Let me
dreaded
turn it
holiday
that way quick. So let me interject right here. So slaving, doing something you would naturally do if you had a child, doing something naturally you would do if you had a dog, doing something naturally you would do if you had an elderly person is slavery. So what does that tell the man? It's like you're telling the man that you really don't, that it has a limitation of love.
Slavery? How is cooking or cleaning and taking care of the household and somebody you love slavery?
For all the fellas out there in Florida, listen up. He's about to drop some serious knowledge about the divorce laws in that state.
If anything, you could argue that the man financially providing for a woman, the threat of divorce looming over his head, where you'd have to pay alimony and child support. Some states like Florida, I think, is the rest of your life if you've been married for 10 years, right? For alimony. I don't understand how you couldn't call that slavery, but if I'm like, hey babe, can you like make a sandwich and wash the dishes? She's like, oh, I'm so impressed. It's ridiculous.
So if you get married in the state of Florida and you stayed married for more than 10 years, you could be paying alimony for life. Who in the hell implemented that law? When they say till death do us part, I don't think that's what they meant. And this next clip, this is what a bunch of women like Miss I bring nothing to the table but myself and her daughter are gonna have to do for themselves for the rest of their lives if they don't snap out of stupid.
Buy yourself those flowers. Take yourself on that date. Take yourself on that trip. Love yourself. For so many years, I didn't get flowers, certain gifts I didn't have, because I was waiting for someone to come in my life and do those things for me. And then I realized that my happiness had to be in my hands. So now I buy myself those flowers. I take myself to those places. I take myself on those trips. I buy myself those gifts. I'm no longer going to allow my happiness to be on stall or to be prolonged or procrastinate on happiness because I'm waiting on someone else, something outside of myself to provide those things for me. Today, buy yourself those flowers.
So your happiness is only based on if a man buys you flowers and takes you on trips. I find it real interesting that women in other countries don't make videos complaining about a man not buying her things or taking her anywhere. I wonder why that is. Oh, that's right. Because the women over there, they don't mind cooking and cleaning and taking care of a man who's taking care of them. The more you do for the right man, the more he'll be willing to do for you. Oh yeah, and check out the point this next guy's about to make about the passport-hating women.
It's your boy, Lorenzo, Passport Bros Network. I got a question for like all the haters in American, you know what I'm saying, Western women and the Western simps and cucks out there. You say we're taking advantage of women overseas because we have money and stuff, right? But when you're in America, these women will tell you they want a man with money that's six figures. Now, when we go overseas, we're automatically, our money triples, quadruples. So we're six figures now. So I'm just confused. So me being six figures overseas with a woman, I'm taking advantage of her and I'm a predator. But if I had six figures in America and you date me and marry me, I'm not taking advantage of you. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Exactly. You're full of shit. Yeah, you're mad. It's a wrap. It's over with. This is the future. Passport Bros is the future.
So if we have money overseas and we date women over there, we're taking advantage of them. But if we have money over here, you know, six figures, and you date a woman over here, she doesn't see that as taking advantage of her. Interesting.
My take on the passport boys, aka
What's this
these
one?
men that are leaving the country to find their wives or to find women that they feel like are more traditional than American women. First comment, like, are you guys really real? The fact of the matter is, the average woman does not even require that much.
So I'm guessing she just got social media yesterday. So she hasn't seen the thousands of videos of women saying that a man has to make six figures to date her. You can't be serious.
As a woman in America, why in 2022 would I settle for a man that expects me to basically be a slave and maid?
If you're a woman still making videos comparing basic household chores that every adult should be doing as being a slave and a maid, you are a fucking idiot.
So, I mean, I see why y'all gotta go overseas to sell the bullshit to other women, but another thing you're...
Amid global market volatility, stock market losses, and
There's gonna be a lot of
rising
single
inflation have
women
left
here.
investors with few options.
If they thinking like
Investing
that,
in
there's
real
gonna be a
estate
lot
debt
of
on
single
ground floor
women.
provides a low.
Another thing you're missing, and point you're missing is you need money. Like, it's gonna take time, energy, and money that y'all can't even give to women that live here in your own culture. Are you delusional?
First of all, we do have the money. That's why we're able to get a passport, get on a plane, and go overseas. Secondly, you got some nerve to still be making videos with this dumb rhetoric, and then have the nerve to call men who are leaving women like you delusional.
It's giving you need to be in a mental health facility. Because instead of being introspective and looking at your actions, what you're doing that's maybe not working out in your favor, y'all would rather, like, go to another country and just continue the toxicity.
You know how they say, don't dish it out if you can't take it? Well, the very
Watch
next
this
day,
one.
she read the comments under
You
that
see what she
video
said,
that
right?
she took down,
Watch
by the
this.
way. And here's what happened.
I'm at the airport in Atlanta, and I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. In addition to just feeling disrespected and unappreciated by...
Oh, you mean like how you disrespected the Passport Brothers in your previous video?
men in my own life. It's another thing when you wake up to comments on the internet by other black men who just hate black women. Like,
See, as long as she was spitting out hatred towards men in her previous video, we should just sit back and take it. But when she gets the same energy back, now she's crying because she can't handle it. What happened to all that energy you had in the last video? Come on, pep it up.
I don't know. I feel like everything black women do is a problem. I don't feel safe, protected, loved around my own man.
You just insulted your own man.
And it hurts. Because black women go so hard for y'all.
No, you mean go so hard on us. Get your English right.
We go so hard for black men. And they just never do the same for us. And I'm tired. Some of the comments I read were so hateful. Just and racist. Like, the white man doesn't even have to do the job for you because black men do the job of white supremacy for them.
Oh, now she want to play the race card. So what do you call what you did in the previous video? Tearing black men down,
Right.
doing something that benefits us that doesn't benefit you.
I've never been called ugly, unattractive, ghetto, and just all the negative things that people say about black women by anyone other than black men.
Well, girlfriend, you should have seen the comment section when my channel took off. I got called every name under the sun, and guess by who? Black women. I got called old. I got called bald head. I
And I'm probably getting called on my
And
channel.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
MTR had to go through it. O'Shea Duke Jackson had to go through it. Poor Man Podcast had to go through it. Even Richie Mack from Zoom to Thailand had to go through it. So welcome to a black man's world where he is blatantly disrespected by his own people.
And you know what? I'm sick and tired of y'all bullying us. I'm sick and tired of us being quiet.
Ooh.
When the hell have y'all been quiet? For all the good women out there, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that are making these passport hate videos.
And y'all just wonder why we are quote unquote angry. We're not angry, we're tired. No more 2024.
Yep, and we've been tired. That's why we have passports and we're leaving. But here's the difference between a black man like myself and a black woman like you. All that name calling and insults that black women hurled out at me in my comment section, I'm still making videos. And I didn't cry not one single tear. So, when you gonna make another passport brother hating video? I guarantee you, she'll never make another one. Because you got to have thick skin for this. Well, since black women have been spitting out venom towards black men, black men are now spitting it back. So I'll end this video with this, coming from a black man to the passport-hating black women.
I'm going to read this to you regarding the modern black women here in America. As a retired Army veteran, I've seen much of the world during my years in the Army, and I can personally confirm how the black female service members react when they see brothers in uniform dating the local women and not them. The irony is that these same disgusted black females are the very same ones who wouldn't give these same brothers the time of day stateside. This was the primary reason why I stayed overseas for nearly half of my career. The one viable solution to address the black American female effery is for them to be 100% without any black men in America. For them to be completely and totally abandoned as if they were a disease.
Damn.
I feel the energy you've got for the women that are not willing to engage and do their part, but we can't throw them all away. Absolutely not.
And I agree. We don't wish anything ill to happen to all the good black women.
No.
But for all the black women who claim they don't want a black man, may your wish come true. Hey, somebody entertaining, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when
But the thing about it is, she was the one that brought the smoke. She the one that said men were delusional. And man, what would you think was going to happen? You thought start assaulting men. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the next video. This one by Phil Scott show. This what this woman said. What to look out for with a woman. She gives some good advice.
So you got one of these sisters that's gonna come out, and Kevin Samuels have been passed away for some time, and yet these women are still talking about Kevin Samuels, and I don't get that. I mean, Kevin Samuels hurt y'all that much by telling y'all the truth about yourself and putting you in your place and letting you know to get your head out of the clouds and come down to planet Earth and have some reality in what you're thinking. But let's review it.
Ladies, if he mentions Kevin Samuels or the Passport Bros.
Okay, before she gets started, if he mentions Kevin Samuels or the Passport Bros, Kevin Samuels held y'all to account on your unrealistic expectations. Kevin, also got at y'all about, health and fitness. Kevin had his opinions that I agree with every single opinion Kevin Samuels. No, of course not. I mean, I don't agree with everything that people say. A lot of people don't agree with everything that I say. And she said that he mentions the Passport Bros. Passport Bros really came into fruition after the death of Kevin Samuels because of the way you women responded to his death by celebrating the man's death, dancing on his grave, and everything else that you were you were doing at that time period. And men say, "Oh hell no!" And really, with the Passport Bro thing, men not even begging you to change no more. See, Kevin was trying to get y'all to change. Kevin was trying to get y'all to see the error in y'all ways, and you didn't want to do it. So now, really, Kevin was the last of men that's going to do that. Now you got men today saying, "Do you? I don't care. I'm out of here." But let's continue with this Miss Latina is saying.
She follows Drew Follow, run for the hills. If she doesn't have a father, run for the hills.
Whoa, she said if they ain't got a father, well, you start.
She doesn't believe men are the prize or supposed to be leaders, run for the hills.
Well, that right there alone, see, this is why a lot of men getting their passports, because in the Western society, men is not supposed to.
It's coming from a woman.
In Western society.
It's coming from a woman.
In Western society, they want to practice a gynocracy, except for positions of power like corporations, except in like military, except in certain forms of government. But when it comes to the rest of American society, they wanted a gynocracy, and the reason why they wanted it like that was because women are easier to manipulate and control. Men is going to rebel. Men is going to fight back. That's just really what it is. So they say, let's get the men in a subservient position that's raised the women up, and it teaches women not to fall underneath the God-given, ordained leadership of men that's been presented, even in the Bible.
She doesn't believe that it's happy couple, happy life, run for the hills. Men, if she doesn't go to the gym, run for the hills.
So now she's touching on another aspect that, because they just say happy wife, happy life. Well, like you said, it should be happy together. And also the area of health. If you do not take care of your overall health, you're going to become a financial burden to yourself. You can cause other financial burdens, like for instance, you're in the hospital all the time, but then your husband is going to have to be over there with you. And vice versa. If a man don't take care of his health, it could be the same thing. Medications is very expensive. All kind of things that can happen to you, right? Or you can pass away a lot sooner than what you should have because of you not taking care of your overall health. So yes, health is a very, very important thing. And fellas, do not get with, a woman that does not care about her overall health. No, don't do that.
Doesn't know how to cook home cooked meals, run for the effing hills. If she doesn't know what nurturing is, run for the hills.
Yes, cooking is very important because you cannot give your kids Burger King, McDonald's, and everything else on a daily basis. It's been proven those foods are full of chemicals. Listen, you don't want to eat food that they can have a freaking hamburger, set it somewhere, and come back 20 years later and the thing is still there looking intact after 20 years. You don't want to put nothing in your body like that. It's a reason why fruits and vegetables have a time and then they die off. It's because that's the natural order of things. You understand what I'm saying? You mean to tell me you smarter than God? No, you're not. So a woman that's gonna give your kid something like that, don't even cook no kind of meal. I understand once in a while, okay, fine, but all the time, no. She gotta know how to cook. That's why I like that pandemic, because during the time of that pandemic, when they closed them restaurants, there was no more of that going to the restaurant deal. It made them realize, wait a minute, I gotta cook. And you had them asking people how to make rice, and they say, hey, go to YouTube. YouTube will tell you. YouTube University is good.
Doesn't know 5 love languages, run for the hill. If she cannot name 10 books, run for the hills.
Most men don't care about love languages or 10 books, beyond with you, but we continue.
If her whole identity is social media and posting bikini pictures for the whole world to see and seeking validation, run for the hills.
I agree with her 100%.
Yes.
If the woman you talking to every other day, she's posting something on social media, she's always always on social media, right? Then obviously, and we talking about not as a single woman, but even in a relationship with you, what is she doing? Why is she advertising so much? You know what I'm saying? Some women are narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
They want to always have themselves in the mirror, always wanting validation, whatever.
Yes.
You don't need no woman to validate anything. Think about it. Women that really got something going on.
Yes.
A lot of times don't post nothing on social media.
Right.
They really don't. It's rare to do.
Exactly.
This woman says, oh, I believe in equality, but never splits anything with you, run for the hill. She thinks going out and drinking and partying all the time is a lifestyle, run for the hill.
Okay. Now, there's scriptures that teach basically that people who party all the time will surely come into poverty. It's because, think about it, when you go out to drink, those drinks, a lot of times, $10 to $15. You're the type of person who's always like to drink the whole time. You're there for hours. You drink it. You can end up spending $200 or $300. And then you want to eat after the place you're going to, right? And what if the type of person that got in trouble? Because some people don't know how to be adults, and then end up getting a DUI, and then now it's gonna cost you even more money because now you got a DUI, and a lot of states not playing with DUI. They're not playing with that whatsoever, so you can get in trouble that way. Instead of saying, "Hey, I'm gonna just drink at my house. I'm gonna chill at my house."
Right.
You know,
Right.
no.
Right.
So if you always going out 24, always, just constantly, I'm like, where the money coming from?
Right.
And then you wonder why you end up being broke down the line.
Right.
And then some of these places they go, violence break out. It's not like they go into a certain place where it's a certain upper echelon of people.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just she's 100% right.
Right.
If if you see her always going out to the doggone nightclub, no fellas, she doesn't qualify.
If she thinks, hey babe, go ahead and put on a different out for me, is controlling, run for the hill.
Well, anyone that's controlling, especially a woman, that's completely out of order. No woman will be controlling no man.
Right.
None whatsoever.
Right.
But she brought up a lot of good points. But this is the thing, fellas. Maturity is everything. And I hear some of y'all, especially some guys that's my age and older, you want some younger women, and I guess if that's on you, I guess, because I look at it as just me. I look at it as kind of weird because I have a 23-year-old, and I know the mentality of a 23-year-old, and just as a man, I couldn't do that. But I guess if you're gonna do that, I guess late 20s, like 28 to 30 range, I guess if you're gonna say that. But you just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful because certain age ranges, certain women aren't mature.
That's
They're
true.
not.
That's very true.
And you wonder why you have
Very
certain
true.
problems out of it.
Very true.
You're
Yes.
a 23-year-old young man, and you deal with somebody your own age. Okay, both of y'all not mature, but
That's true.
like I said, I see this big promotion of men, going with younger women, and I'm like, I hear some men say they want to mold them. Like, I'm not mold them. I mean, they're not a child.
Right.
They should just approach life as how they approach life. And I guess I've never been the type of person.
Right.
I like women to be smart. Like my wife, she's hella smart. I don't like somebody that I'm the only smart one in the room. No, I like another person that's smart, just as smart as me,
Right.
and then we can feed off each other, right?
Right.
But when you're looking for somebody, what she's saying is definitely consider what she's saying,
Right.
in a lot of ways if y'all looking. But like I said, even if you go into other countries, you still got some of those issues too. Don't think because
Right.
you go overseas,
That's true.
women aren't women. But let me know what y'all think about what she's saying
And that's very true. Because really, that's the way God intended. Like, for a man, a woman has a certain insight. There's certain things that, as men, we don't see that women can see, and so sometimes you need certain things, that insight that we don't see, and there's certain things that you may need that we might have insight on. It goes both ways, and this is what it's benefit to both. You can find someone to come together. But these, I'm glad she pointed out, and that's why I made the video, so they don't seem like I'm being anti-woman, whatever. Like, this other women are noticing this stuff like this, and you saying things that it's like, wow, you're not really thinking logically. But anyway, I'm gonna play this one video. It's called short video.
Thailand, like women that can speak very little English.
This makes me so happy.
Women that don't have education.
Me, born and raised in Thailand, living in Thailand. Excuse me, I speak 3 languages and you're saying that we Thai people have low education? Thank you for saying something finally. I wish more women would do this. I don't know what type of people you have met in this entire life, but ma'am, what you're saying is reversing back to you as someone who might not have enough education. That's so insulting that these women think that it's okay to walk around labeling these foreign women as if they're beneath them because they just grew up in a different country than them. You're better than me because why? Because you grew up in the hood? Give me a break. What are you talking about? Like, you can't even string a normal sentence together. You can't even spell English words that well. I have a Finnish boyfriend. Don't even expect his passport because I don't know how to speak Finnish and work in Finland. So it's not everybody who's doing that, madam. And if us Asian can treat men better than you guys, that's not how life, okay?
Not one that was a violation.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
These are the kind of girls that black men who be hating on other black men who date outside the race will claim are leftovers in their own race.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
You trying to tell me Chad and Brad don't want to date these girls? Are you kidding me right now? You think those guys can't wait to get rid of these girls? That's what you think?
Black man, I love you.
Do you have a husband? Why are you using black men for attention?
You really think she's using black men for attention? No, honey, that's what y'all be doing.
Well, I have a darling. I have a boyfriend Fardeep. On top of that, I have many black friends. And guess what? What? They are choosing to give me a lot of attention, my dear. Right, my handsome kings? Good. Thank you for giving me a lot of attention. I love you very much.
She ain't got no profile picture. It's usually black women who are the actual leftovers of our black community who cannot strong arm and intimidate enough black men to pay them any attention, so they start flipping out when they see women who look like me, who look a little different than them. Even the sisters who look black, if they're talking like how we're talking, where we're bigging up the concept of marriage, where we're bigging up the concept of being good to your men and earning the princess treatment that you think you're just entitled to, then the other women start coming for us.
I've never been accepted by the black community. I feel at home with white community and other mixed people.
It's not usually that you see this, but you're gonna come across what I call apologists in the mixed community, especially with the men, because for black and white mixed men, like Key and Peele or Obama, for example, it's very difficult for them to survive in a predominantly black environment if they don't truly embrace and represent their blackness and almost condemn their whiteness, because there's no room for that in the community, especially like if you got good hair like this brother got, good skin color, good features, and you're in competition sexually with the people who are your peers in that environment, you become a threat. You become a target for everyone to start bullying you and trying to make you feel bad about yourself by attacking your whiteness, whatever it is that you're mixed with. It could be a Hispanic blend, it could be an Asian blend like me, it could be anything else. But if you're not full 100% black, with the men this happens in a way where they kind of have to just conform and apologize with their behavior for their whiteness so that they won't be attacked by the people in the community. That's why he's reacting the way that he's reacting. He has conformed. And this happens with women too. We women, like this woman who left this comment saying she never has been accepted by the black community. Yeah, I understand that you feel more at home with white people because black people will attack you for literally any reason that doesn't conform with the stereotype of being some hood ratchet person. My husband is 100% black. He absolutely looks black. Whatever he's mixed with, you can't tell when you look at him. And they still attack him because he reads too well. So it really doesn't even matter what percentage of black you are, as long as you identify as any amount black. When you're around these types of black people, they will attack you until psychologically you cannot stand it anymore and you have to conform. You have to start talking like being at the most ignorant level is the best because I'm a black person. This is what we represent.
I'm from Thai. I'm from the Philippines. We're sitting here long ass time for our passport to come in. So where are you? We're waiting for the passport, bro. Don't hate.
I know, it's so hard to do it, but can you please, like they said, can you not hate? Thank you.
The only reason an Asian woman would marry you is because of the prospect of a better life.
You go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or wherever these places are that are overseas. They're just happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life of no opportunity.
You may or may not be able to speak English properly.
And if you want to call us uneducated and poor, that we will get any opportunity we can get just so we can get out of poverty. Men are supposed to be providers, so they are going to provide for their future partners and family. The bottom line is, we have what they are looking for. I don't understand where is the rage from these women coming from. Why are they even surprised they're men leaving when they are the one who is causing it?
Do y'all see the ignorance? It ain't just our women. It's just American women in general. It's just that our women from our community are allowed to say any and everything they want, and nobody will put them in their place. That's the only difference. These women, oh no, their people be putting them in their place, making a fool out of them so that they're quieter about their opinions. See how racist it sounds when you're hearing it coming out of a white woman's mouth? It ain't no different coming out of a black woman's mouth. You don't like these other women who don't look like you dealing with your men because you're jealous of them. That's the only reason. You guys be talking like the people who you're talking about, these Asian women, aren't actual people. They're not real. Y'all talk about them like they're like stars that's like on a website someplace and getting paid to be with these men, and it's all an act. No, these are real people who are changing their entire life and their routines to fit these men into their lives. Why is it worth it to them to do that? It's not because they want to be saved from a third world country. I would say to the foreign women who have to deal with this kind of abuse from our American westernized women, take it as a compliment. Obviously, a hater is not going to hate on you if you're not doing what you need to be doing to make them jealous. They only like to attack people who are actually making moves. They could go and do it too, but they refuse to do it because they're fighting against their femininity. So they're not really angry at y'all. They're really angry at themselves because they don't have what it takes. They're not strong women like they claim that they are just because they're independent. No, they're weak women because they don't know how to tap into their femininity, where we draw our strength from naturally as women, and walk in their feminine essence. They refuse to learn how to do that. And when they see us women doing that naturally, that bothers them because they wish it was them. This is the reality of the westernized women, and it's making them angry. And because we're emotional creatures, they're taking out their emotions on the rest of us who didn't do a thing to these girls.
Happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life of no opportunity.
The truth is that these American men are trying to be rescued from you, Karen.
We're just minding our business, doing what our mothers taught us to do to attract men to ourselves, and accidentally running into these men who are like, oh my gosh, you're my dream come true.
Wow. I can't say it better than that. I can't, she hit it right on the dog, man. And it's true. Sometimes people make these foolish videos and it's going around the world. And some people think, they take what they say behind their walls, what they would talk among it and crack among each other, and then put on mainstream, and you make yourself look like an ass in front of the whole world. And that's what it is. I mean, it's the truth. You make yourself look like an ass. But they hurting themselves by saying this. And now when someone give you smoke, oh, where's our protection?
Hey, would like to welcome Black American passport bros to Tanzania country. Whereby Tanzania country has got a lot of tourism attraction. We have national park whereby you can be able to see big 5 animals. We have sea whereby a lot of activities can be performed like snorkeling, diving. We have also big mountains like Kilimanjaro mountains. We have big farms, spice farms, whereby you can be able to learn how spice have been grown. So we have a lot of fun. We would like to welcome you in Tanzania. We love you, Black Americans.
Here's an interesting article, and by the way, before I could even see this entire article, I had to download this Newsbreak app, which I didn't want to do, but some of these...
This is kind of a long video, because I don't have that much time, but it's pretty long. But I'm going to show you the response, what the women say afterwards. Going to the end of this video. It's kind of long.
I think that's a little bit too self-aggrandizing. I prefer Passport Bros. We're the Passport Bros. Well, let's see what... Well, this one says this might include sensitive content. I don't know what's under this... Oh, so he... Oh, snap. He's showing chips and butt. Okay, let me go. Let me see what Helga had to say.
She is obsessed with black people, especially black women. Me? Obsessed with black people? No. Nope. I am just simply admiring the black beauty of my beautiful sisters and brothers, my dear.
Is that okay? Good. I'm glad we are clear. And you know what? I wish I have dark skin. But no, God gave me a Filipina skin so that I can admire the black beauty of my brothers and sisters. And tell my brothers, go marry a Filipina queen because we Filipina love a black king. Mwah.
Wow. You know what? I could end this video right now. I can't even think of a better way to punctuate this video right here. I could end this video right now. She said it for me, man. She said it for me. It's just like the story I'm telling you about this Japanese time where if you're a black man, these women were literally chasing your ass down asking you to marry them. I can't even think of anything else to say. I don't even know if it's worth even continuing because, here we go. We got more. I see that word hyenas. Let me see what she has to say about this. Let me see what she has to say.
So, a lot of BM sisters are mad at me because apparently I called them hyenas. I don't recall saying the word BM are hyenas. No. I did not say that at all. And some of my BM sisters actually asked me nicely if, Helga, is it true that you called us hyenas? And I was like, nope, it is not true. And then she said, then who are the hyenas? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the hyenas that I'm talking about are the one who don't appreciate their man. They are the one who don't serve their man. They are the one who complains about cooking and serving for their man. They are the one who complains that taking care of the man is considered a maid and a slave. Because you know, ladies, hyenas are the ones who complains a lot and whines a lot. They don't want to do any work? Heck no. Now, ladies, if you are one of the hyenas, comment down below and show yourself. And if it doesn't apply to you, then you should not get mad at all. Okay? So now you know who are the hyenas.
So, long story short, these women thought that they could hate on these Asian women. These passport bro hating passport foes thought that they could hate on these Asian women, and they had no idea that Helga and Filipina P were going to clap back so hard and rally the passport bros behind them. They had no idea. They thought that they were fighting against a movement where the leader was going to be some black male. That's what they thought. What they didn't realize was the person rallying these men behind them was going to be someone just like Helga or Filipina P. Because when Filipina P stitched those videos together and Helga is coming out here calling y'all hyenas, you know, they had no idea that was going to happen. So I'm done. I'm done. Listen, Helga, thank you very much. You have punctuated this video. You've punctuated this video so well. In the last video that I just released, or I don't know if this video will release first, but what's her name? KK31387, that Korean chick who I'll get your cousin. You know what? She had to take a step back because I had no idea the passport bros were gonna play divide and conquer. I had no idea they were gonna use Asian women against us. No. These Asian women came out to support us, and now you can't attack us without attacking them. And since you can't attack them because of the cognitive dissonance that it brings, especially being what looks like an Asian woman and trying to attack Asian women for what their perceived femininity and submissiveness. See, this is the problem. That American liberal feminist nonsense, that shit only goes but so far. Now you're seeing where it ends and where the passport bros begin. I rest my case.
Like, where does Mark think he is going?
That was me. I got the card and the book. I'll use this to go get your cousin since she hasn't made it over here yet. Is that alright with you?
It's a scary time for investing. Here's the secret. There's a different way to potentially preserve or...
I'm gonna play this
The
out.
cost of an adult passport as of 2022, I believe, is $130. But y'all won't pay for a dinner date at Applebee's for 2 for $20 because that's gold digging if she expects you to pay, and she should split that bill with you. Y'all will buy a plane ticket to go to another country to pay a woman or a femme-presenting person to have adult relations with you, but won't go to therapy because that's a waste of money. But you won't go on dates with women that are not exclusive and having adult relations with you and pay for things for them because you don't want to be used for your money. You won't pay for a matchmaker or a lifestyle coach to help you work on finding a woman that would be a suitable partner for you. But you will go to another country and pay a human trafficker or a PIMP to give you access to someone that's probably underage to exploit them in order to get yourselves off.
4 signs of a low value woman. The 4 signs of a low value woman. First one, she operates a lot in shame. What is shame? Shame. Now, a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by consciousness wrong or foolish behavior. A low value woman uses these 4 things to control, manipulate, dominate, get her way, check people, whatever you want to start off. And the first thing is shame. Take a case in point. Let's say some of the things when women come to my channel, here's a shaming tactic. They use shaming tactics. Your mama black. You hate women. Shaming tactics. Shame. Shame is one of the 4 major arrows of a low value woman. It's part of a low value woman's pathology. You cross the board. I don't care what you have on paper. When women operate in these areas, they diminish their value to low. Because you really have a good argument. You should not have to shame somebody. Shaming is just a way to get control of the conversation.
In this entire video, right, you're proudly holding up your passports as a flex on American women, specifically black women that are no longer co-signing to patriarchal BS and the misogyny that is a lot of you black men in this country, in order to show us that you have options. Much like when y'all ran to white women and said that they were the preferential women, much like how y'all ran to every other non-black woman and said that they were the preferential women, you may have found a couple of outlier black women pick-me's that were in their feelings, but the vast majority of us did not give 2 collective fucks rubbed together. But tell me something, incel black men, you red pill popping, podcast watching, pathetic excuses for men. Tell me this. If y'all are so desirable, right? If y'all are what every woman wants, why y'all got to go so far and work so hard and spend so much money just to find a woman to lay down with you?
Well, hello everybody. I'm from Thai and from the Philippines. We're sitting here long ass time for our passport to come in. So where are you? We're waiting for the passport, bro. Don't hate.
To be continued.
And I think I'm gonna leave it right there. What that last woman said, matriarch of society, and she don't understand. It's her mouth. It's that attitude. That's the reason why. That's the reason why the one with the wrap around her head. That's the reason why dealing with women with that kind of attitude, that kind of mindset, and them the women are going to be single because she don't believe in a matriarch or family. So she gonna be single because her anger, she just pushed men away. Like I said, it's one thing that the American women can get men. Even she can, but how long can they put up with what man with any kind of education, high earning income, wants to deal with that mentally for the rest of the course of his life, dealing with her if he decide to stick with her? They don't think about that. They don't. It's like I was hearing this one woman wants all these speculations, but once a man, it makes from 3 to 500 grand to $1 million, but got put up with all these things. You can't talk to your kids. You gotta make me only, and all these other outlandish, ridiculous things. There's a couple of people that did the video on it. You know, this is the reason why. And they just, it was another woman interviewing Kendra G. And I'm like, wow, they're just so out of touch. It's not even funny. And that's why and that's something that even some European men don't even want to deal with American women. When they come across that kind of woman with that kind of spirit, that kind of attitude. That's the reason why. There's going to be a lot of lonely women. So don't be surprised they're going to end up having to turn to other women. Like I said in another video, they're going to turn to another woman because no man, no straight man is going to deal with that. No straight man. No, either the most nicest, kindest, non-confrontational dude has a certain limit. He's going to get tired. He's going to get fed up with the bull crap. So it's going to be their own words, like that woman that you just see. It's her own words, and men gonna see that from all over. Watch TikTok, and they gonna make sure they don't get with a woman like that. Black men, and white men, and other men that probably she could attract it. But when soon as she starts speaking the words of it just turned foul. This is what they don't understand. That you keep opening up your mouth just like the other woman, and you just exposing yourself. And then you surprised when you get the energy back from men calling you all different type of names. You insulting men, you dogging men, you saying and putting down, and you don't even know the whole story. And if you at least go over and hear what the men who are able to have the financial means to travel and listen what they were saying, that maybe instead of prejudging them and making some crazy accusation, that's not, for one, that's their business. Whatever they do in their bedroom, that's their business. Number two, whoever they marry, that's their business. Number three, majority of the time, it's talking about enjoying a different part of the world, different part of life. Give them some mind, mentally, spiritually freedom. Why meeting learning a whole different culture? Just like it would be the same way if it was a black woman or a white woman would travel. Why is it all the hate? Why is all the animosity? These men didn't put these women down. These women they drum something up in their mind, and these women start it triggers something like, oh, and I believe something made up in their mind. Oh, they saying that black women and this no, and I ain't never heard of black men on Passport Bros saying, yeah, they fat, they this, they that, they this, that, and other, and I can't stand black women. I ain't never heard of Passport Bro even say some stuff like that. But they make it up in their mind. They just that they tired dealing with the attitude, the feminist attitude, like all other men are. Tired dealing with that kind of mindset. And you're going and the more these women make these kind of women make these videos, they're gonna be lonely. They're gonna be angry, and other women going at some point. There's other women going, yeah, I see why these men. There's gonna be more and more other women wake up saying, I see what it is. And for the women who are married, you better watch your husbands and boyfriends, because these are the type of women when the dwelling get down, they'll try for your man. If they got any contour, they'll try to flirt with your man. That'd be the next thing. Try to wreck your home. So for the women that are married or in a relationship, and you doing what is right for your man, watch out for these women. And watch out for women that try to put that stuff in your head too. You know, it's a rebellion spirit that they don't understand. Like, that don't make no sense. Like the one guy said, you won't cook and clean. I mean, that's something you would naturally do for yourself. And if you love each other, you should do it out of love. If I'm in a relationship and you was on your sick bed, I would make a meal for you. Isn't that how the way it should go? I mean, isn't that what relationship? You know, you till sickness and till the death do you part. Don't you know that's part of a relationship? When you're under a household roof, when you have a loving relationship. And I don't think some of these American women who making these videos don't know what a loving relationship is. They don't know what love is. The people who have been married for 20, 30, 40 years know what love is. So the passport bros are trying to find what some men over here, already happily married, are having here. That's what it comes down to. They couldn't find it here because you got these arrogant, egotistical women that won't let their pride go. That's why they're going to lose. And it's not because men are wishing bad things on them. Men don't have to say a word. It's their actions that's going to keep them alone. Their own actions. I had to show a balance in this video because I didn't want to seem like I'm bashing it, but you see that the women were making sense. And then the one woman, and then, as far as the half Asian, half black women, yeah, you do. You got some black people in the community that do that. You say crazy things, and you know that since the beginning of time, ain't nobody 100%. Too many people in America is 100% African. There were even different tribes don't even like each other over in Africa. I mean, let's call it what it is. But it's about the complexion over here. We don't know who's in our bloodline. You might think that everybody black in your family. You don't know. You could have a German or a German great grandfather, uncle, somebody in your family. You don't know who's in your family. You know, you could have a Native American Indian in your family. You don't know. I mean, it's just crazy. But I'm going to cut this video short. But yeah, they're hurting themselves. That's what I'm saying. And what did they do? And now she crying because they call out there, hey, people probably calling me ugly and everything under the sun. Hey, if I had comments, they probably call me the same thing too, because they don't like the truth. And we do. And like the one young woman said, yeah, if you don't sound intellectually dumb in the hood, people think that you're not black enough. I made a video about that. So what you supposed to do? You know, it's the truth. And don't get mad at someone telling the truth. But you don't mind get mad at someone cussing and cutting up and cussing out. They're showing how emotionally unbalanced that they are. But I don't know. I'm gonna leave it right there. But I'm gonna cut this video. But yeah, it's gonna be more lonely women in America. Keep making these TikTok videos. You're gonna find yourself. You expose yourself to all the men that make a six-figure, and they watching videos like this. They're rich men or got money. And what does that tell them? I don't want to deal with something like that. Can you blame them? Because it's the mental problem that they get. They have to look past your body, your feature, and everything, and say, do I really want to deal with this for the rest of my life? Do I want to have this woman stressing me out? That's what the men are saying. That's what the women don't hear. So that's the message of this video. Keep making yourself look like a fool. Coming at the passport bros, and that the Korean American woman made herself like an ass, and it wasn't about that. And she got some slight prejudice to her anyway. Because first of all, she said before this video, I'm gonna let it go. She said that she said, yeah, I might be yellow outside, but I'm a white girl, bright red on the inside. My relatives are like West Virginia rebel flag. This is what she said on the video. She said this. She claimed her whiteness more than because she was adopted into a white family. And you go look at her, and she's wearing a black sheet on her first video. So black men, so even that particular Asian woman is racist towards black men. So I wouldn't even talk to her anyway. Unless unless a white guy want to deal with something like that, she probably won't have so much energy. But she probably would have because she got that. Oh, I got an alpha male spirit. So even a white guy wouldn't want to deal with that. Because, what guy want to deal with a one with an alpha male spirit? He wants to deal with a feminine spirit. What the men are keep telling you, oh, if you move into your feminine energy, that's what attracts the men. You will get more out of a man, but some of the women can't do it because they got the alpha. Oh, I'm gonna road dog him, and they think men are stupid. Not all men are stupid, baby. So think about that, and you're gonna be left living with your hurt feelings. A lot of you women that got that mindset. So that's all I gotta say about the TikTok video. But I'm sorry to make this video so long, but we had to point it out. There about to be a lot of lonely women in America in the next 10, 20 years. You keep following these Cardi B's and whatever, and these Sierras trying to keep listening to their music and believing on their music, and letting that sink in you. Yeah, you don't need no doing this, man. Watch what's gonna happen. Men gonna get tired. You're gonna be all by yourself with toys and an animal. Keep it up. And that's all you're gonna have, or unless you have to get another woman. So that's what. Hey, it's no surprise we live in 2022. So anyway, until next time, take care. You be blessed, and hey, guys, hear what the women are saying. Don't go for these crazy women. Leave them alone.